Unbelievable things have happened today to Shiba Inus. It is now Shytoshi Kusama's turn to return. However, something out of the ordinary has happened while he was there. Nonetheless, an even stranger situation exists. There was a transfer of billions in under 24 hours. Some have speculated that this would be the start of the Shiba Inu's fantastical uprising. Is this a totally other issue, though? Also, what gives me such a rush when I think about it? Now I'll explain it more thoroughly. Here you can find your daily dose of Shiba wealthy coins. If you are interested in Shiba and want to learn more, you have come to the right place. Stay ahead of the curve in the cryptocurrency business and get the scoop on all the newest news predictions by subscribing. Make sure you hit the like button to get more Shiba news. A hasty adjustment that made some people arch their eyebrows. But what about that? Recovering slowly but surely, it did not take long until it began its upward course. Things start to get out of hand at this juncture. The Shiba Inu keeps up a portion of its peak performance even after a week-long examination. Its increasing trend, which is now at around 2%, has been sustained despite the small decrease. The Shiba Inu clearly has a lot of strength behind it right now. How healthy is the neighborhood? In a word, thrilling. Holders aren't completely down and out. They understand the bigger picture. So who exactly are the backers here? They are more than just confident. They are full of energy. Contrast this with a standard pump and dump scenario. This is real progress toward the Shiba Inu that is based on a solid ground of belief and support. Such behavior clearly demonstrates a bullish attitude. Shiba Inu is doing more than just obeying the rules. A grander undertaking is soon to be set in motion. A stronger community has never existed before. Furthermore, trust is at a record level. Think about the real epidemic's effects if this is how Shiba Inus act after a correction. At the moment, the situation is like this. The Shiba Inu's chart was examined in depth by one expert. At first glance, it could seem like a thrilling adventure. A lot of people were caught unawares when the value of Shiba Inu dropped by almost 10% in only a few hours. It seemed like everything was running smoothly until earlier this week. There was an uptick in whale activity. It had overcome considerable obstacles, and momentum was building. The stage seemed set for a more substantial breakout. Nevertheless, progress stalled. The Shiba Inu price is now near a crucial support zone and has recently fallen from its recent high. Keeping this in good condition could lay the groundwork for the climb that follows. There seems to be less momentum according to the RSI and other technical indicators. But the naysayers are keeping quiet about this. Such shakeouts are commonplace just before major deals are announced. There must be a break after every strong surge. And the Shiba Inu has proved time and time again that it cannot stand still for very long. To the intelligent investor, this presents an opportunity. Even after a few weeks, the Shiba Inu's size has increased. The whales are still breaching the surface, and life in the village is full of energy. Because of how quickly public opinion may change in such a situation, it keeps investors on their toes. Anyone who thinks the Shiba Inu isn't capable of bouncing back from this setback could be pleasantly surprised. Please stay with me since I know this seems ridiculous. Do you know? Finally, Shytoshi Kusama is back. After what felt like an endless period of quiet, he suddenly emerged. But hold on a second. Something doesn't add up here. It wasn't just a simple "he's back" when he returned. He acted in an unusual, almost calculating, mysterious way. Could you please have all of the details sent to you? Everything you need to know is already in my possession, but I'll save it for later in the video. You absolutely must stay to the very end, because I guarantee you won't want to miss this. Having said that, let's start by talking about the developer's release from earlier today. Because it made reference to Ryoshi, the famous and virtually legendary ancestor of the Shiba Inu. A recent post on the X-based Shibarium Updates account sparked outrage throughout the whole Shiba Inu community. You might remember that in 2022, Ryoshi, like Bitcoin's Satoshi Nakamoto, vanished into thin air, giving the task to Shytoshi Kusama. In the time after, Shytoshi took the lead in making sure Ryoshi's idea didn't die. Having said that, this was no innocuous passing mention. It had the form of a poetry. This wasn't just any poetry. It was a hidden guide that detailed the Shiba Inu's whole environment. It went on how the Shiba Inu came to be, how bone is the backbone of the body, how the tether represents exclusivity, and what treat is going to play a part in the upcoming Shibarium Layer 3 system. This was more than just words. It was a proclamation. Something very big is about to happen. The environment is growing, and Shibarium is evolving. This is a warning. Everyone was going absolutely crazy. The message was also promoted by Lucy, who is the director of marketing for Shiba Inus. No, this is more than just nostalgic poetry. A signal it is. What this means is that the squad is getting ready for a big game. Now relate this to the Shiba Inu price fluctuation. This latest downturn is just a temporary setback, so keep that in mind. The next move requires a short-term rearrangement. Because when the community is this passionate, when the devs are giving mysterious hints, and when the environment is growing at such a rapid pace, Shiba Inu isn't just surviving, it's getting ready for its next big milestone. Finally, Shytoshi Kusama is back. He has now spoken out after what seemed like an endless period of quiet, during which speculation circulated that he had disappeared permanently. The entire Shiba Inu community is on high alert because of a particularly mysterious message. New liquidity pools on Shibarium were discussed in Shytoshi's most recent tweet from February. Though his news publishing was sporadic, he remained present. But on March 7th, it all came to a standstill. Not a single message, update, or confirmation. The investigation began with this. Where exactly was he? For what purpose did he remain silent? Was there something going on behind the scenes? There was growing unrest in the village, and the Shiba Inu group had to step in twice to calm everyone down. Just when everyone was starting to wonder if Shytoshi was really dead, he spoke. Even though he might have just said "I am back," he instead gives a haiku in Japanese. In the same heavens, spirits live on, even though footprints fade. At this very moment, what does that even mean? It evokes feelings, but it also leaves one scratching their heads. Does he mean that he keeps an eye on things even when he doesn't say a word? Is he trying to tell us something big is happening behind the scenes? Even after a long stillness, Shytoshi's speech is never predicted. The careful selection of each word usually foreshadows a forthcoming occurrence. What follows is the most unusual feature. Is it possible that this calm is the calm before the storm? Is it possible that he is preparing the community for a major event by sending this mysterious message? Unexpectedly, Shytoshi has made a triumphant return to the Shiba Inu habitat, which has been undergoing profound changes. There was a deliberate act. Is this an indication of a price rebound, an epidemic, or a statement that might drastically change everything? Despite the fact that much is up for debate, one thing is certain. Whenever Shytoshi gives signs, it usually means that Shiba Inu is going to make a big splash, so this is definitely something to get excited about. What follows is the most unusual feature. Quickly jumping in, an expert laid out all the ways Shiba Inu could cut a few zeros from the price. The timing is perfect, isn't it? Despite the many ups and downs, the belief that a substantial recovery is on the horizon is growing. While some think it will take a while, others think it might happen in the next few months. A certainty, nevertheless, remains. People can't stop thinking about one mysterious number. The Shiba Inu's ideal costing $1. This goal might be reached by Shiba Inu